No build is going to be one of the most controversial topics that we've seen in the Fortnite competitive community. This concern amongst the competitive community has been even worsened by the addition of No Build Arena on July 12th. Now, my question overall is No Build the future of Fortnite competitive, and has it actually had the effect that Epic Games think it has on the game's popularity? So let's research it and get into it. The addition of the no build game mode started back in March 29th of 2022. From there, we saw a massive push in terms of advertising budget and overall campaigns on YouTube and even on Twitch alike, pushing this game mode across. Now, this was sort of the response to what a lot of the community sentiment was at the time for quitting Fortnite. They saw Fortnite building as overly too sweaty and essentially a game that was dominated by the top percentile of players. If you weren't a good builder, if you weren't a good editor, the game was no longer for you, as opposed to when it started back in the days with Chapter 1. Now, it's no surprise that the game has had a steady decline in the recent past years. The height of Fortnite in its entirety started back over towards the World Cup era, where there was a bunch of hype. You'd be going down the hallways of your school and everyone would be talking about Fortnite. It was a celebrity icon. We saw the growth of massive amount of personalities, including Ninja, who were dominating the charts of the Fortnite directory on Twitch and also on YouTube. These players and these personalities became overnight celebrities with the popularity of the game coming through. Now, the peak of this was August 2020, with the height of the game being recorded at an average of 292 million players playing during the month of August 2020. Now, that is a ridiculous number and far surpassed much of any sort of games in the scene. Now, it's no surprise back there that Ninja, the biggest personality on Twitch, averaged about 1 million views per video, and if you compare that to now, he's hovering around 200,000 to 300,000 overall, with a little boost coming out after the no build meta came back through. However, we haven't seen a return to that popularity since, which obviously is an effect of the game running out of steam overall. Now, the question that we have on everybody's mind is no build the future of Fortnite and the future of Fortnite competitive? And has it any long-lasting effects on the actual popularity of the game? So let's take a look at the statistics. Starting with Twitch, the no build game mode came out on March 29th, and the entirety month of March had an average viewership in the Twitch directory of about 98,000 average viewers. Now, of course, with this game mode being the savior of Fortnite, you would expect a massive jump in the next month, right? With the amount of players coming back, the personalities, and the professional streamers coming back. But we only saw a minuscule increase overall, with about 99,000 average viewers overall in the month of April. Moving down to May, it gets even worse as the directory swings all the way down to 74,000 average viewers for the month of May. And June, it goes even further down to 72,000 average viewers overall. When what would be a more busy period you would expect with the summer holidays rolling around in the majority of countries all around the world. Now, the no build hype did generate some sort of gain in viewership for such a short while. We saw the massive Spanish tournament average over 900,000 viewers overall on one day on Twitch, and that was an outlier obviously overall in terms of viewership. If we took a look, we had Ludwig getting sponsored tournaments from Epic Games specifically as well, and those came to little to no success. No real big changes on the YouTube atmosphere in terms of live streaming, and I feel like didn't really have that much popularity overall in terms of viewership or excitement for the fact. The addition of Twitch rivals has had some small effect within the community, allowing players to sort of play with each other, but in terms of overall viewership on Twitch, it hasn't had the effect similar to the old community tournaments that we had back in 2020 and the hype that those tournaments generated, with all Twitch personalities coming together and having a fun tournament overall. Now, the wave of no build has brought back many creators back towards the game, with Ninja gaining a little bit more popularity, with Tfue now actively playing Fortnite as his main game. That does bring positives back towards the game. We saw some hype generated further by, we have more Twitch tournaments. We have the Saudi Arabia LAN $2 million event, a TwitchCon LAN event in San Diego, and DreamHack also adding no build tournaments, seemingly necessary for big tournament LANs being hosted. It seems like the addition of no build tournaments are a must when you want to host a LAN at this point. So the question is, has no build been a success in its sort of focus? And also, is the goal from Epic Games of no build, has that been fulfilled? And I'm going to answer probably not. Now, no build was seen as a way for the community and the casual players to come back towards Fortnite and come back and be able to compete with the pro players. But if we take a look at any of the leaderboards of recent times of any no build tournaments, then we see that the top of the leaderboards have been dominated by pro players every single time. The skill gap between a casual player and a professional Fortnite player, even without building, is massive. And that was pretty much expected, since these players play the game 24/7 and have a massive gap in terms of skill, aiming, and overall game sense as well. We see this even further deepened by the blackout no build tournament in Brazil, where legitimately every single player in the top 5 was not from the Brazil region, and that included Brazilian pro players not making money in this tournament. The top 5 consisted of 4 EU squads and then 1 NAE squad total. So with the lack of viewership increase and the lack of hype seemingly going past 2 to 3 months past the no build initial wave, it seems like no build has overall not had the effect as intended by Epic Games. And that bodes the question, does it have a place within Fortnite, and does it have a future within Fortnite competitive? Well, it depends on the game mode. Having personally played the game mode myself in a trio tournament such as Twitch Rivals, you do see there is some sort of competitive aspect, with many top players consistently placing at the top. We're seeing a lot of the pros such as Queasy, Thomas HG, and Nas consistently making money in this tournament no matter what region they are in. However, the intended effect seemingly of no build was to boost the numbers and bring back players towards the game, and that was successful for the first month, even if the Twitch numbers didn't reflect it. We did see overall community, social media posts all about no build being overwhelmingly positive for the game. However, that didn't result in much change in viewership, but that's okay because more players did come back to the game. So the question is, does no build have a future? I would say yes. In terms of some smaller third-party tournaments, you would want a no-build aspect towards it because it's something a little bit different. But will it be the main game mode to replace the FNCS and the competitive community right now? I would say no, because it has no effect on the viewership. So therefore, there is no reason for them to change anything at this point. However, with the addition of the trio arena being added, that does worry me to some extent as to the future of no build and what is expected. If Epic do feel like they want to have no build be the future of Fortnite competitive, they need to take a hard look at the numbers, because it hasn't had any influence on players coming back, and there should be focus on other things in order to make the game better and then improve the numbers overall for the competitive community. That is pretty much it and my take on the no build situation. We saw the numbers, we saw the impact of it, and I'm curious to see what you guys think about the future of Fortnite competitive and where no build has in its place. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.